This segment brought to you by Kansas Soybean Commission. Progress powered by Kansas farmers.
Hi, I'm Jim Schroyer, and with us we have Dr. Jeff Whitworth, Extension Entomologist. And Jeff, this time of year, we've got a lot of pod feeders. I know there are two main ones, but we got a couple that are not so obvious.
Yes, we do have a lot of insects going after soybeans throughout their growing season. The ones that maybe are not as obvious, number one, are the stink bugs. Stink bugs are very cryptic. They're very well camouflaged, plus they're really shy. The problem with stink bugs, when guys go to sample them, the female adult stink bug will lay clusters of eggs. So she may lay 25, 50 eggs here and fly a short ways and lay 25 or 50 more here and there. And then those nymphs come out. So if you go to sample and you sample in that one location, you may pick up a whole bunch of stink bugs and you get all excited and think your whole field is going to be overrun by stink bugs. But if they're the nymphs, that's just the way they come out of the egg stage, and they hang around on the leaf that the female deposited the eggs on for a while. After the second or third molt, they will disperse and go out into the field. That's when you really need to get out and sample. The best way to go out, in my opinion, is to use a sweep net. Go out because you can cover a lot of area quickly. You can detect what's out there. Doesn't mean it's going to show you whether it's a treatable level or not, but it allows you to detect what insects are in your field. So the best way to go out and sample several different places, if you pick up any stink bugs, then go back and do a row foot or 3 row feet of shaking the plant over the row or over a drop cloth and counting how many insects fall out. That will give you your treatable level, your if there is such a thing.
What kind of damage does the stink bug have?
The stink bug has a sucking mouth part, so like a little injector needle. So when they first emerge from the egg, they're very small. Those little mouth parts are very tender, and they will feed on any plant part, or most any plants actually. So they're not just looking for the bean within the pod, but they will feed on whatever they come across that's succulent that they can get some nourishment out of.
Do they inject any kind of a toxin?
They don't.
They do not.
The problem is, though, they will crawl up to the plant, and as the flowers start to mature and you start to get these young succulent beans setting on, that's pretty attractive to the stink bugs. So they'll start feeding on those. The problem with stink bugs, they leave no telltale sign that they're feeding there. So you have to find the insect itself. Okay, but usually when the guys realize they had a stink bug infestation is at the end of the year when they go in and they were expecting 100 bushel beans and they got 60. And you start looking at the seed and they're shrunken, or
the pods kind of shrivel sometimes too.
The pods can, but generally it's the seed within that will have a wrinkled seed coat or be kind of shrunken. That's indicative of stink bugs feeding on it earlier. Once they start to mature, it becomes too hard and they can't get any nourishment, they'll move on. But they move up the plant to the more succulent seeds within.
What about the little stem borer here?
The other problem we have throughout north central and the western part of the state is the deck-leaf stem borer. It gets in soybeans and sunflowers. It will start causing this deadening of petioles starting in August.
Like
Yes. As that larva moves inside the plant, and then the larva will bore its way down to the base of the plant, where just before harvest, usually, it will girdle the plant, and then lots of times the plant will fall over, so it's unavailable to harvest. There's really nothing we can do about it now, other than if you have a 60% infestation, you need to harvest as soon as you can before it does lodge.
Well, Jeff, as always, I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Closed captioning brought to you by Ag Promo Source. Together we grow. Learn more at agpromosource.com.